First and foremost, I want to say Kawaii Mo Yeho Bashim Yahusha Bashim Ha Bakakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, GMS, do rule the world. We're really out here once again, bring out this truth of the Holy Scriptures, you know, week in, week out. We're out here every week. We don't skip unless very inclement weather. So we're just going to get into these news, go into these topics. The Passover just came in last night, you know, so we all kept it. You know what I'm saying? Us as a brotherhood, us brothers out there, we all kept it. Yeah, I kept it by myself. I still did what I could, you know, so today's the camp. So forgive me, we'll stop though. So we're gonna get these news articles. Let's go into it. Let's see if this loads up. Loading up here, nationalnews.com. Let's see if we can find one. Titled article is "The United States is not a democracy," right? Right, which is, the United States is not a democracy. There's no free speech in here. Well, there is free speech, but it's fastly fading away. Well, actually, they really, you know, if you're famous enough and you're big enough and you start to speak out, you know, the banks, they'll get you through other ways. The banks will start to freeze your accounts, like what happened to Kanye. You know. So it really isn't a democracy. The United States has become a global laughingstock by criticizing democratic processes in other nations while suppressing a presidential candidate in his own election, Russian leader Vladimir Putin has claimed. Right. Speaking to journalists in Moscow early on Monday morning, shortly after preliminary results indicated that he would be elected with 87% of the vote in the Russian presidential election. Who said the whole world is laughing at what is happening in the United States, or behaving with more restraint than their opponents in other countries, but this is just a catastrophe, not a democracy. That's what it is, the Russian leader added. Putin claimed that the current United States administration is using all its resources to attack a candidate for this year's presidential election, seemingly referring to Donald Trump, obviously. The former U.S. leader is facing a litany of lawsuits despite being a presumptive Republican nominee for the vote in December. Right? In a pre-election interview earlier this week, Putin insisted that Russia does not meddle in foreign elections and will work with any U.S. elected president. Right? So Putin is saying himself that the United States is a catastrophe. Right? He's saying that the United States is a catastrophe. Right? And he's right. You know, when something's catastrophic, it's like something very, very bad. You know, its creation was not a good thing. Right, so let's look up the word catastrophe, right, real quick. So we'll go ahead and get it. Go ahead. Go with these precepts. So, right, an event causing great and sudden damage or suffering, a disaster. Exactly. So that's what's going to happen to America. It's a catastrophe. And what's coming to America is going to be a catastrophe. You know, a great event that's just sudden. You know? We can actually go ahead and touch this real quick.
call it home?
First Thessalonians. This is the book of a lot of niggas coming around this area now. I came here because I hoped there wouldn't be any niggas. They're everywhere. Like, why are niggas around this part of Manhattan? Niggas don't hang in fucking Manhattan, bro. Let's see if I can find this. Corinthians, Galatians. Looking for Thessalonians. Galatians, Colossians, Ephesians. I guess honestly I could get Ephesians, but I really want Thessalonians, so I'm just gonna go ahead and look it up on this because you know it's windy, it's cold, but the work gotta get done. You know, the work gotta get done. Someone's gotta do it. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I could look up safety. Let's see if I can look up safety. 5. It's the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. By the time the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. It will be a day of darkness and not light, like it says in the Immoral chapter. You know, it's not going to be a very, good day. It's going to be a rough day. It's not going to be, a happy day like, like Halloween or whatever. That's a satanic holiday, but you know what I mean. It's not going to be a happy day. It's going to be a rough day, right? Verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Exactly. So America is a catastrophe, and it has a catastrophe waiting and coming to it. And that catastrophe is going to be when the missiles come down, man. And Yahweh shall come back and destroy this place, man. Right? Because they promised that to us, man. It was a promise. Right? So we can go ahead with that. So this is the book of Revelations, chapter 13. And I'm going to get this. The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. He that hath, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. It is the patience and the faith of the saints. Right? And what nation killed us with the sword? Right? What nation led us into captivity? Right? Yeah, going to Psalm 83. All these nations had us in captivity. Even Moab. Moab had us in captivity. Ammon had us in captivity. Esau had us in captivity heavy. I think it was like 12 million so-called Africans, which were they were really jigs. Not every African's a jig, but you know what I mean. Were dragged over here to the Americas. Right? Some went to South America, and some went to Brazil. Over there, some went over here to North America. So you had our people dragged all across this country, right? And here comes this nigga with the music again. Right? He plays this shit as soon as I come out. He knows that I'm out here. He didn't have this bullshit on last time, but as soon as I come out here, this fucking Arab, this Ishmaelite nigga plays this shit. So I'm gonna try to make sure I enunciate and be a little louder, everything, because I can hear myself just fine when I'm on the computer and when I have headphones. When it gets windy, I can't really hear myself. I don't have headphones or so I got some a little bit. Not to yell, you don't gotta yell. louder. Right, so I want to get that one. We're just gonna keep it to basics. Right. Try to keep myself calm because this nigga's garbage ass music fucking pisses me the fuck off. So I'll bring in the captivity of peoples of Judah. So now I get to the cause of Jeremiah 30, Jeremiah 49, Jeremiah 50. Yeah, we'll start here. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. There's a lot I can get into. Right. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50. And 10. Chaldea shall be a spoil, and all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Modern day Chaldea, modern day Babylon is America. You know, America is the modern day Chaldeans. You know, Chaldeans back then were the warlocks, they were the elites, right? And that represents America nowadays. America is that elite nation, you know? Everyone comes to America, right? You know, some for a better life, some come here for safety, you know, because they think America is you know, a safer country. America is a better country. They think they can make more money here. But then you know, they come here and then they'll find very quickly that it's not as good as you thought it was. It's a paradise compared to your country, but it's not as good as you think, right? Verse 11, because you were glad, because you rejoice or you destroy in my heritage, because you are going fat as the heifers at grass, and yellow as wolves. Right? You're going fat, but since how they got rich, they made that money here in America. And starting with the banking families. And the banking families made you know, millions of dollars off our downfall. The Rothschilds, they were big into the slave trade, you know, and all that. Right? Do that again. Jeremiah 50:11, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, or you destroyed in my heritage, because you are going fat as heifers at grass and bellow as bulls, right? And what's the Lord's heritage, man? The Lord's heritage is the nation Israel, right? It's 12 tribes. And we always get into, right? So I want to get into some words today. Damn, I didn't expect it to be this cold today. I should have brought my gloves. I'll cut it short if I need to. I'll try to give it some time, you know? I'll try to give the camp some time. My heritage is looks like something like that, I don't know. Halakana, I don't know. It means possession, inheritance, heritage, property, portion, share, inheritance, portion, an estate, patrimony, or portion, possession, right? And that's what we are. We're the Lord's possession, right? We always go into Jeremiah, Deuteronomy like 7 and 6, somewhere around there. How we're the Lord's special people. We're the Lord's possession. You know, the Lord ain't dealing with these other nations, man. He's not dealing with them. Okay? Verse 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed. All the innermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Exactly, that's what's coming to America, man. The innermost country is going to become a dry land and a desert. And that's what's going to happen to America once it gets hit by the ICBMs. It's going to strip the land of everything. all the buildings, all the resources, all the people. It's gonna be destroyed. Right? America's gonna get nuked. We have another article. Putin. He says that nuclear weapons are a possibility. He promises to use them. Right? Because of after the Lord shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished, and hiss at all her plagues. Exactly, and that's what's going to happen. So we got to get into this one, because once you guys are taken down, and the Edomites that escape are put to slavery, right, you're going to become the lowest nation. Right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? How hath the golden city ceased? Right? And that golden city, right, is really representing a country, a land, and that land here is the United States of America. This is that golden city. It's a place where there's abundant resources. They say not so much anymore, which I heard some people say that's a lie. That you do still have natural resources, but they're just acting like they don't, so that they can just create artificial families. Right? But this place had abundant oil. You had gold on native land, and all kinds of stuff, man. The land was, it's lush, green, but nowadays the land is filled with these cities, filled with pollution, but now it's all coming to an end. This country's going to get destroyed. Right? The Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepters of the rulers, right? Was the main wicked on the planet Earth, right? The nation of Esau, Edom, right? Nation of Esau, Edom, right? They're the wicked, right? Here in America, they're the top ones. That's the reason why you saw these Edomites, all these so-called white people, always complaining and moaning about, any so-called handouts for black people, right? We don't believe in reparations. What I'm reading right now is true reparations, right? America getting destroyed is true reparations, right? But even when our people talk about reparations, look at the way these so-called white people act. They say, oh, you don't deserve reparations. We don't deserve reparations. Like you destroyed our people, and then we're just supposed to just take it in stride. That's why they're the wicked, right? Reading. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 6. But he who smote the people in wrath with continual stroke, he that ruled the nation's anger, is persecuted, and none hinder him. Right? And that's what Esau done. He starts these wars, all over the world, and he just smotes everyone in anger. He kills people. He robs nations. He robs them of their natural resources. He pushes drugs throughout the different nations that he conquers. Right? Look at the poppy trade. What they did to so-called Chinese men. They got all kinds of drugs up in them. Once you had the opium wars. They pretty much wanted to get up in there, the British. And they pretty much flooded the land with opium. I believe they got the opium from Afghanistan. Poppy. And all that stuff. And they gave them drugs, and the Chinese emperor at the time was like, fuck that. But it's a whole conspiracy, because what happened, not too long after that, gave it like a couple, 10 years or so maybe, you get in the early 1900s, you get the Chinese Revolution, and then after that you get Mao and all that, right? These conspiracy theorists, they go into it, that was all planned. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 8. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no filler is come up against us. Right? And the trees represent the people. Right? And the feller, the so-called white man. Right? He's the one who's killing all these other nations. these trees represent nations, right? Hell from beneath is moved forward to meet the anti-coming, which means the grave, not hell, not some alternate dimension. There is no hell, right? Stirred up the dead for thee, all the chief ones of the earth, as raised up from the thrones, all the kings of the nations, right? All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as to us? Art thou become like unto us, right? And, the way you can prove that hell doesn't exist, you gotta get into 2nd Esdras, the 4th chapter, and that one goes into the chamber of souls, man. Once you die, you sit with the Heavenly Father, right, in Yahushua for 100 years, and then you reincarnate in a new body. Right? Once you get the new bodies, you're made immortal. You're not going to die no more. You don't have to be in that cycle of death and reincarnation. These other nations, Chinese, Japanese, and all these other nations, where do you think they get their idea of reincarnation from? They get it from us. Because reincarnation is a very commonly talked about thing in the scriptures. Yahushua spoke about it. Yahushua spoke about it. He spoke about who they say I am. Some say Elijah. Some say I don't know what else they said. I think they said Elijah or someone else. But they didn't. Peter said, "Oh, you're just Yahushua, right?" But we know that he was really Solomon in his past life, and that's what he was getting onto. We weren't able to really get into it. We all know. Right? I think they said he was King David or Elijah. Right? So back to Jeremiah 15. Right? Verse 14, right? Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all you that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. Right? That's what it is, man. These other nations, all you that bend the bow. Your nations, they say Iran, it doesn't happen until we have it to see. All these nations, they got to expand their bullets, use their nuclear missile silos, and their targeting systems on America. They're gonna nuke America. I thought they were about to fight or something. But they're gonna hit America with ICBM nuclear missiles, right? And even nowadays, people are saying they're having all kinds of dreams about America getting nuked. That's the Lord. He's opening up these people's their minds, and bringing this stuff to them. Like the apostles brought out yesterday. Right? This book of Jeremiah Joel chapter 2. Yeah. This book of Joel chapter 2. Right. Verse 28, and it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, right? And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions, right? And upon the servants, and upon the handmaidens in those days, I'll pour out my spirit, right? And I'll show wonders in the earth, blood and fire, and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, the moon shall be blood, the Lord comes. Right? So even before that day, right, we're seeing these signs in the sun. You see a lot of people talking about this whole solar eclipse thing. Where they're saying there's going to be blackouts and there's going to be all kinds of issues. Just for an eclipse. There's been many eclipses, but the elites are planning something with this eclipse. They're saying, get a 2 weeks worth of food, so what are they going to do coming on April 8th? And they've always been playing this game. They've been playing this game a lot lately, actually. They'll just say a date, and like the whole thing with the phone thing, right? And the phone would make a vibration or some sort of noise, the alert system. And they said, turn your phone off. These different alternative news guys, right? It just goes to show you, man, that these days we're in that kind of time period, man, where just shit is just popping off, man. We're gonna keep up to date. I'm gonna keep up to date to see what's going on in the week. We're gonna see what goes down, man. Fuck the army, this stuff pops off. Shit, it's gonna be glued to the TV. Glued to the scene. This is the book of Joel, chapter 50. Verse 15, shout at her round about, she hath given her hand, the foundations are fallen, the walls will go down, but it's the vengeance of the Lord, take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her. Right, so as America's brought death and destruction, death and destruction is coming to this land, I don't. Damn, it's cold. So, this is the book of Revelation 18. Now these things, I saw another angel coming down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. He cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right, so Babylon, we know, is America, man. America is spiritually Babylon the Great, It sits in that same position, that same seat of authority and power that Neo-Babylon had, the same seat and authority that America has today. America is the premier nation on the planet Earth, right? If all nations had drunk wine and the wrath of fornication, the kings of heaven committed fornication with her, and merchants of the first and wax rich to the abundance of the delicacies. And that wine is their philosophy. That's what's gonna happen. She's gonna see that wrath or fornication, bro. Wicked deeds. This is done on planet Earth. I don't gotta list it. You know how America's living. All the stuff that they push out. All the celebrities. Man. Like I was, when I got up this morning, made sure I prayed and everything. And I was getting myself together. And when I was watching this video about that Sneeko guy, man, and this dude was going to fucking orgies and shit. He was talking about it. He said that he was fucking his girl or something. Some dude was like under him, looking his girl up, man. And this is the type of stuff that goes on in this country, man. This is the type of shit that goes on in America, man. I actually had a girl that once asked me if I wanted to go in that shit, and I got fucking mad, bro. I was like, no. Verse 4, I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partaker of her sins, and receive not of her plagues, right? This means getting saved by the chariots. This doesn't mean leave this place, actually, like you're going to somehow go to a different country, be like a passport, bro, and somehow be saved, from the destruction that's coming to this place. You're just gonna go to a different place and get destroyed. It makes no sense. This passport, bro. It's all they fucking push out here. They say, I'm gonna go here to Brazil. I'm gonna go here to fucking Asia and the Philippines, right? And somehow they're gonna be safe from the curses and that everything is gonna be good, but it's not gonna be good. It's nothing's good here. Nothing's good here on the planet. You can't escape these curses. They follow you. Right? Let me read that down to verse 28. Cursed to be in the city. Right? I heard another voice from heaven saying, verse 5. For since I reached into heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquities. Right? So the sins have reached into heaven, right? On a figurative sense, because of space debris, and then Also another figurative sense that it's just so much stuff that they've done. Right? Reward her even as she rewarded Jews, double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she had filled, fill to her double. Right? So what do they do unto you? Right? They put us in slavery. You know, and after they last saw slavery, they put us in a mental slavery. You know, messed with the minds of our people. You know, fed us this false Christianity. You know, all this stuff. Right? How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, I shall see no sorrow. Right? Therefore shall our place come in one day, death and mourning and famine. She shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. Strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. Right? This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. From behold, in those days and in that time, I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which we now slavery. I also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered up from the nations and parted my land. Right? Where is that? That's in World War III. It's going to take place. It's not going to take place, you know, anywhere else. That's where it is. Armageddon. The Battle of Armageddon is going to take place. It's the same thing, right? That's where all these events are placed into, right? How they part of the land. Right? You got Amalekites down there and Ishmaelites down there. Right? They have cast lots from my people. And I've given a boy from harlots some the gold for wine that they might drink, right? Which are slavery. Right? We can just go ahead and get some more things. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 37 now. It's the book of Isaiah. Isaiah 37? It was 47. Yeah, it's 47. I got it wrong. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 37, verse 1. Come down and sit in dust. The virgin daughter of Babylon sit in the ground. There is no throne with all the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right? And who is that talking about? Right? Talking about America. How is America a virgin? America's never been taken down by any other nation. There's never been a big revolution going on in this country. Right? Where it was completely taken down. Right? Take the millstones and dry mill and cover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Right? That's talking about, you know, how America gets that low position. Right? Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I'll take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Right? How is America's nakedness being uncovered? Right? Let's go into these scriptures, man, and blasting them. And constantly going into it, constantly exposing this place, exposing the wickedness of this place, you know, exposing how this place is not as good as it seems. Right? And what do people have to say about it? You know, whenever you have anything bad to say about America, all the people can say is, oh, well, then you can go somewhere else. You know, like they know that this place is messed up. You know? You know? People just stay here. Right? As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel, sit thou silent and get thee to darkness with all the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Exactly. So that's what's going to come down to. This place is going to get what it deserves, man. It's going to get that destruction. You know? Let's see. buried in Babylon, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Right? So lift ye up a banner, right? And the banner is the Bible. That's that banner that we're lifting up. You know, like that's the thing that we hold, that we push out, that we profess. These scriptures, right? So the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles, right? That's what we do. We exalt our voice and we shake the hand, meaning that we rebuke. When we get this place, we show sharp disapproval to this place. We aren't, saying that we're proud of this country. We aren't saying that we love this country. We aren't saying, oh, well, we could save our people eventually or whatever. We're not trying to save our people at all. We're trying to save the collective our people. I've commanded my sanctified ones, which the angels are also called, right? My mighty ones, my anger, even though that rejoice in my highness. Raise them all to the mountains, like as of the great. Like of a great people, most of the kingdoms and nations gathered together, the Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle. Right? It's going to happen in World War III, right? In the Middle East, right? They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of the human nation to destroy the whole land, right? That land is going to be America, right? Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand, which means near. There shall come as destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Right? And they shall be afraid. The pains of sorrow shall take hold of them. And they shall be in pain as a woman at travail, shall be amazed at one another. Their faces shall be as flames. Right? It's going to come to this place, man. The destruction. I gotta get ready to. It's cool. This place is gonna get its destruction, man. Inside is gonna bring a destruction to this place. For all the sins that they've committed, right? Idea was going to get this cold. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 9. Will the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he should destroy the sinners out of it. Exactly. That's what's going to come to this place, man. The sinners are going to be destroyed. Everything here, anyone left in this land is going to be destroyed. So if you're thinking about getting a bunker in America, you're not going to live. You're not going to survive here. The amount of nuclear missiles that are going to come to this place is going to leave this land a desert, like we read about in Jeremiah 50. The stars that have been to the constellations thereof shall not get their light. The sun shall be darkened as gone forth, and the moon shall not cause the light to shine. Exactly. All these signs and things are going to happen. And I punish the world for the evil and the wicked for the iniquity, and I cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Exactly. And I'll make a man more precious to find his gold, but this is like, man, even a man of the golden wedge of Ophir, which is going to come before those days as well. A man is going to become very precious. A man that carries this truth, this knowledge, we're going to become precious. We're going to become, men of value, like we're supposed to be. Nowadays we're not seen as men as value. We're seen, honestly, we're seen as like the worst type of man you can get with. Because these women, they always say, oh, if he's religious, then he'll, always, tell you what to do, and he won't let you have any freedom, and this and that, and whatever. What they don't understand is that that's actually for your protection. And if those relationships are so bad, well, how come your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-great-great-grandmother all lived like that? and they were all married for, you know, their whole lives, and they died together. How come? If these relationships are just so evil and so oppressive and so wrong, you know? How come they work so well? It's just the natural way it's supposed to work. But if I will shake the heavens and the earth shall move out of her place, without the Lord of the hosts, in the day of his fierce anger, and there shall be the chief's row and the sheep that no man taketh up. They shall turn every man to his own people, and they shall return everyone to his own land. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, everyone that is joined unto them shall fall with the sword. Exactly, this place. Nothing but destruction. Nothing but destruction and death. You know? That's gonna come. You know, in the day of the Lord. You know? The scriptures talk about the day of the Lord is darkness, not light. It's not gonna be a good day. You know, it's not gonna be a happy-go-lucky day. It's not a happy-go-lucky day now. You know, this country is running out of Social Security money. You know, the elderly are looking for retirement funds, and they're not getting enough. You got elderly people working multiple jobs and shit. You know, rent is still high. You know, it costs like $2,000 for anything. You know, and it's ridiculous. You know, and you got people and they're not happy with this country. People are speaking up day by day. I did a video not too long ago about a survey in New York, and I think it was like what, 50-60% of New Yorkers aren't happy with the city. You know, they're the ones that like people in office. You know, Adams, right? Who this nigga went to fucking Mexico once, like a few weeks. There's nothing to do. This nigga went on vacation. You know what I mean? He left us in the dust. You know? The weather is actually, I honestly could have stayed in today. It's like really, really bad. But I said Kalayma, Hoa, Simeon Shab, Simenole Kapadash. Go willing, the brothers were edified. I'm gonna try to get home and make a video for you brothers. You know, trying to go into something I've been thinking about. I've been looking a lot into, you know, these children that come out of so-called mixed race relationships, and like how the moms be racist. These Edomite women that get with our men, they be racist to the kids. You know, and when they get married to the men, you know, it just goes to show you this is why you don't marry to make no children with no heathen at this time. It's not worth it. Alright, so this thing gonna give all praise on the words of our child. God wants to be all the apostles of GMS. That's it, Shalom.